When something is wrong, as far as I'm concerned, it's wrong. I ain't budging. It's irrelevant. Anything else is irrelevant. I don't submit to those things. I don't submit to abuse at all. So, this 40-year-old gave me the most magnificent gift that I will always appreciate. Because, as I've already shared, it's really very difficult letting go. So I've been cutting energy cords. The contracts already have already been obliterated. But the heart is another thing, because that is linked to patterns. It's linked to patterns of habit that we grew up and formed in our formative years. So it's really difficult to let go of the habits. But it's important to recognize the habits, to recognize why we act the way we act, to recognize how we act, and pay attention in order to change it. Here's the gift. I've already spoken about GOOP, the good opinion of other people. Because everybody believes that their opinions are the most important on this planet, which each of us know is total nonsense. So this young man in his second attempt came to tell me, supposedly it was a slap in the face, because he did want to aggress me physically, and he doesn't have the balls for that, because I would wipe the floor with him. So he told me, nobody like you. Who gives a fuck? This is the gift. Because growing up, you see, I have a particular character. When something is wrong and it has come to my attention, I will speak my piece, say whatever I need to say. And no, I mean, I would be attacked verbally. This is the way I grew up in this blood family here. Criticized and all that sort of stuff. So the beautiful part of it, and I always used to hear those words, nobody like you, because that was a way of slapping me down, beating me up, and making sure, pummeling me, and making sure that I was properly tenderized and then allowed back into the family fold. So then that became a pattern, and it used to hurt. And then others used to, you know, in my working life and personal life, I would hear that at times, until I finally got it, because, you know, there's the bullshit out there going around that if the majority says it, well, they can't be wrong. That is total bullshit, and I need to bring that to your attention. Other people's opinions are irrelevant. They can never be important to your life. Never. Never accept anybody's opinion. If they want to give advice based on experience, that is something totally different. So, I went through that because it had no effect on me. But it made me think back through the years, and then I saw the thread. And you know what I finally understood? When I draw the line, when I say no, when I make a decision of how I intend to act and I put it into action, it's automatic with me. And it always concerns my values. And that's when I recognize that When my values, my integrity, the things on which I stand, the ground on which I stand, when I decide that's it, that is when the rubber hits the road, so to speak. I wonder if that's a proper metaphor, analogy. It doesn't matter. Let me get away from metaphors. The issue here is when your values are not aligned with the people in your environment, you are always going to get the pushback or the kickback in that manner. And it is so important that you recognize this and that you just do not pick up the hot pole or the red hot pole or the bullshit that they are pushing at you. That is when you know you have outgrown your environment, and it is absolutely essential that you outgrow your environment when difficulties arise. You have to take these things in a positive manner. You take them out. You can tuck them away if you don't have the time, but then you take them out like jewels. You hold them up to the light to see how they sparkle, to see what dark smudges are in the crystals. You hold them up to the light and you examine them carefully to identify what you need to fix, what you need to change, what you need to modify in your personality. And this is an absolute gem. I have spoken about GOOP before. So this is the final take, maybe is what I should call it. This individual doesn't realize that he gave me a beautiful gift. And that is what made me go back and recognize who I am and where I am and what I am. So I shall end on this note. Do not accept the opinion of other people. It is irrelevant. What other people think about you is not important. It is insignificant in the larger scheme of things, and the larger scheme of things is your life. On that note, beautiful souls, I'm going to say ciao.